Good morning. Today we are going to discuss the next topic in the chapter continuity and differentiability is derivative of implicit function. Say in this implicit we have two varieties, that is explicit and implicit functions here. Now let us see one by one. Explicit function, it is a function which is given in terms of the independent variable. It is possible to express y in terms of x or vice versa. So given that explicit function means this is a function which is given in terms of independent variable. Dependent means one is depend on another. Independent means it does not depends upon anything there. It is given in terms of independent variable. It is possible to express y in terms of x or vice versa means x in terms of y also we can express. Now let us understand this by taking the example. See, the first example is y equal to x square plus 2. Now this given thing is in terms of y, that is equal to x here. Now see here, the y value is depending upon my x value. Whatever value I am giving for this x, according to that the y value changes there. So this y depends upon this x. So this is the dependent variable and this is the independent variable. Whatever value we want to give for this x, we can give any value here, but this y value always depends upon this x only. If x changes, then y also changes here. Now that is the first part. Next here, it is possible to express in terms of y in terms of x. See, they have given y is equal to x square plus 2. Now the same thing we can express this as, see here, x square is equal to y minus 2, or x is equal to root of y minus 2. This way, plus or minus with this we can express either in terms of y equal to, or this we can express in terms of x is equal to. Both ways we can represent the same function here. Now both the functions are correct. Now y is equal to x square plus 2 it is given here. Now for this function we have to find the derivative. That is, now see here, y depends upon my x here, so we have to find dy by dx here. So dy by dx is equal to, this is x power n, so formula is n into x power n minus 1, so 2x. Now plus 2 is the constant term, so that becomes 0 here. So dy by dx is equal to 2x. Now let us take the next example, x minus y minus pi, that is equal to 0. Now let us express this in terms of y equal to, or let us express this in terms of x is equal to. So now here y is equal to, we are expressing y is equal to x minus pi is as such. This minus y when goes to next side it will become plus y. Same thing we can express in terms of x equal to also. Now x is equal to y plus pi. Now minus y when goes to next side it will become plus y. Minus pi when goes to next side it will become plus pi here. Now both the things are correct. Now for this y we have to find dy by dx. So y is equal to x minus pi. So dy by dx is equal to, differentiation of x is 1. Differentiation of this pi constant becomes 0. So dy by dx is equal to 1. Now this is about explicit function. Now the next topic is implicit function. Now this is a function which is given in terms of both independent and dependent and independent variable. See here, they have said here this is the function in terms of independent variable, but here this is a function in terms of both the things will be there. Dependent variable is also there, independent variable is also there. This is not, it is not possible to express y in terms of x or vice versa. See, before that we have separated the given function as y equal to or x is equal to, we have differentiated. But in the implicit function we cannot able to write that in terms of y equal to or in terms of x equal to. Now see here, given is x plus sin xy minus y, that is equal to 0. Now here I cannot split this function as y equal to, because here sin of xy is there. This is the angle. This angle I cannot split. This angle is having x also, this angle is having y also. This I cannot combine with y also, or this I cannot combine with x also. So these things cannot be split into dependent as well as independent. Now let us see the next case here. Y plus of sin y, that is equal to cos of x. Trigonometric functions are there. In between that, the term y and x, these things are given as the angle here. This is sin y, this is the angle. This cos x, this is the angle. This we cannot split it as sin is equal to or cos is equal to. Here also we cannot keep the cos alone separately and this cos, x alone separately, and this cos cannot bring it to next side. Similarly, here also we cannot take y as common out and we cannot deal with y is equal to of. So these types of function are called as implicit function. Now this types of implicit function we have to find the derivative. Now how to find the derivative for this implicit function? Now let us find the derivative of this one. Now dy by dx, everything is in terms of dx only. So d by dx, d by dx, d by dx of the given function y sin y cos x. So dy by dx, let it be as such, plus of. Now, if I have the function y along with any other thing, then this function we have to differentiate separately, and again the y we have to do it separately. So, in that case, differentiation of sin y is cos y and differentiation of y is dy by dx. Simply we cannot write this as cos y and we cannot leave it as such there. Y is there. If y is there means that also we have to separately differentiate. So differentiation of sin y is cos y and differentiation of y is dy by dx. That is equal to d by dx of cos x is there. So differentiation of cos x is minus sin x, dx by dx, that both will get cancelled there, that is equal to 1. So dy by dx plus cos y into dy by dx is equal to minus sin x. Now both the functions, both the things are having dy by dx common. So let us take the common out. Now this is 1 plus cos y equal to minus sin x. Now d by dx is equal to minus sin x divided by 1 plus cos y. So dy by dx is equal to minus sin x by 1 plus cos y is the differentiation of this given function. This is a way we have to differentiate the implicit function. The next topic which we are going to discuss is derivative of inverse trigonometric function. Inverse trigonometric function we have studied in detail in chapter 2 about their domain as well as a range of each and every functions here. Now here we are going to find the derivative of that inverse trigonometric function in that domain. Now few inverse trigonometric functions we will discuss here. Now let us find the derivative of this sin inverse x. Now take y is equal to sin inverse x. For this we have to find the derivative, that is dy by dx. This is y, that is equal to x. So y in terms of x is their explicit function. Now this we are going to do here. If it is so, now this sin inverse when goes to next side, then we can write this as x is equal to sin y. So in the explicit function we can write y in terms of x or x in terms of y. both things we have written, y in terms of x and x in terms of y, both are written. Now this we have to differentiate with respect to x. So d by dx is equal to d by dx of sin y. Now d by dx both will get cancelled, 1 here. Now differentiation of cos y is sin y is cos y, and the differentiation of the inner function y, that is dy by dx. Now see here, dy by dx value alone we need, so we can write this as 1 by cos y equal to dy by dx. And now we have learned some trigonometric identities, that sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Now here it is in terms of y, so we are writing this as sin square y plus cos square y is equal to 1. Now we want the value of cos y, so keep the cos square y this side and take this to next side, 1 minus sin square y. I need only cos y, I don't want cos square, so take the square to the next side, so this becomes root of 1 minus sin square y. Now cos y is cos y is equal to root of 1 minus sin square y value we have found. Let us substitute this value in this dy by dx. So dy by dx is equal to 1 divided by root of 1 minus sin square y here. Now see that sin y we have taken it as x. So here 1 minus sin square y, we can write this as 1 minus x square. So the derivative of sin inverse function is equal to 1 by root of 1 minus x square. This is a derivative of sin inverse function. Now let us find the derivative of the next trigonometric function, that is tan inverse. Let y is equal to tan inverse x. Now this we can write it as x is equal to tan y. Now differentiate with respect to x here. So let us differentiate this one. Dx by dx is equal to d by dx of tan y. Now differentiation of this tan y is secant square y, and y differentiation is dy by dx. These two get cancelled and this value is equal to 1. Now the value identity which relating the secant square and the tan is 1 plus tan square y is equal to secant square y. Now this secant square y can be replaced as 1 plus tan square y. So dy by dx, this secant square when goes next side, it will become 1 by secant square y is equal to dy by dx. So 1 by secant square y is equal to 1 plus tan square y. Now tan y value is x here, therefore dy by dx equal to 1 by 1 plus x square. In this way we can find the derivative of other inverse trigonometric functions also. Now in this way, if we find, these will be the derivatives of the other trigonometric function with this domain here. Now see the first one that we have discussed, sin inverse x is equal to 1 by root of 1 minus x square. Now let us see why this domain minus 1 to 1 is there. See the denominator is 1 minus of x square. Now this should be greater than 0. If it is equal to 0 means then this will not be defined there. So 1 minus of x square value should be greater than 0 only. Now see here. Now let us try to cancel this x square. So 1 minus of x square plus x square greater than 0 plus x square. Now this side these two will get cancelled. So now this is the 0 plus x square value is x square, that is greater than 1 here. So x1 should be the greatest value for this x square. So it should not go more than that. So the value will be lies between this minus 1 and 1 only. See that square value that should be less than that 1 value. X square should be less than 1 means here the value should lies between minus 1 and 1 only. Therefore this will be the domain of this sine inverse function here. Now next is cos inverse. Cos inverse, the same function with the minus sign will be there. This value we can find using the derivative method, and we can find the dy by dx value. Same procedure, 1 minus x square means that x square value should not exist 1. Therefore domain will be minus 1 to 1. Next is tan inverse x equal to 1 by 1 plus x square. Now here this value we can 1 plus is there. So whatever value we are giving here, this will not go for not defined value. Therefore we can take all the real values function here. Next is cot inverse. So cot inverse negative of 1 by 1 plus x square as same as the tan inverse. So here also we will be having all the real values here. Now next is secant inverse. Secant inverse x is equal to 1 by modulus of x into root of x square minus 1. Here x separately is there. Whether minus value we are giving, that also will become plus here. Plus value also will become plus here. Now x square minus 1 is there. This x square minus 1 should be greater than 0. Now take this x square to next side, that is minus x square plus x square minus 1 greater than minus x square. Now these two will get cancelled. Minus 1 greater than minus x square. So 1 greater than the x square. This value should be greater than this 1 here, for negative also, for positive also. So in between this minus 1 to 1 we should not take any values. That's why we are taking that minus infinity to minus 1 and 1 to infinity. Both values we can take, but we should not take the values in between this minus 1 and 1 here. That is the reason why we are writing this in 2 units and writing the union sign. Minus infinity to minus 1 and 1 to infinity, in between these two union symbol is there. Now cosecant inverse x is equal to minus 1 by mod x into root of x square minus 1. For this also the denominator part is same. Therefore here also the domain will be minus infinity minus 1 union of 1 to infinity. Now for the inverse trigonometric function, these are the derivatives and these are the domain for the derivatives. Now based on this we have to solve few problems in the exercise 5.3. Exercise 5.3, the first question given is 2x plus 3y equal to sin x. In this we want to find dy by dx. So let us apply the derivative dy by dx on both the sides of this equation. So 2x plus 3y, this is equal to d by dx of sin x. Now let us apply for both the sides. Now split and apply here. So constant into the variable is there. So 2 into dx by dx plus 3 into dy by dx is equal to differentiation of sin x is cos x. Now we want dy by dx, therefore these two will get cancelled, that value equal to 1. So 3 dy by dx is equal to cos x. This 2 when goes next side it will become minus 2. So dy by dx is equal to cos x minus 2 divided by 3. The next question is ax plus by square equal to cos y. Now let us apply the same procedure. D by dx of ax plus by square is equal to d by dx of cos y. Now d by dx let us apply separately. So some constant into this x is there, so let us take the constant out. Dx by dx plus b into dy square by dx is equal to differentiation of cos y. Cos y differentiation is minus sin y, and y differentiation is dy by dx. Now this we have to do differentiation here. Now these two will get cancelled. A plus y square differentiation is 2y, and y differentiation is dy by dx equal to minus sin y of dy by dx. Now dy by dx, let us take it to one side, and the remaining let us take it to other side. So here b is there, so 2by dy by dx. This term take it to next side, so plus sin y dy by dx is equal to, see this is a separate term, so let us take this to next side, so this is minus a. Now these two terms have dy by dx as common, so let us take dy by dx is equal to 2by plus sin y is equal to minus a. Now dy by dx is equal to minus a divided by 2by plus sin y. This is a derivative of the given function. The next question is, we have to find dy by dx for this given function. Now d by dx of x cube plus x square y plus xy square plus y cube is equal to d by dx of 81. Now d by dx of this entire thing, this is equal to d by dx of this constant term. So constant term differentiation will become 0, so right hand side becomes 0 here. Now separately we have to apply differentiation here. So d by dx of x cube plus d by dx of x square y plus d by dx of x y square plus d by dx of y cube, this is equal to 0. Now this differentiation we have to do. So differentiation of x cube is 3x square, x differentiation is dx by dx plus, next here differentiation of two things are there. One is of x square, another is of y. So these two is u and v. So uv product it is there, these two in multiplication, x square y u into v. This is equal to u into v dash plus v into u dash. This formula we have to apply here. Now see here, u is my x square and v is my y here. So now we have to apply, this means u I have to write as such, that is x square I have to write as such, v dash, that is find the derivative for this y, that is dy by dx. Next plus sign, v I have to write as such, that is y, then u I have to differentiate, u is x square, so x square differentiation is 2x and x differentiation is dx by dx plus, similarly here also I have u and v, so this also uv differentiation we have to do. So u let us keep it as such, and v if I want to differentiate, y square differentiation is 2y and y differentiation is dy by dx plus, now v I have tried as such, that is y square I have tried as such. Now u, if I want to differentiate, means dx by dx plus this last term y cube I want to differentiate, means 3y square, y if I do differentiation dy by dx, this is equal to 0. Now see here, 3x square dx get cancelled here, that is 1 plus x square dy by dx plus 2yx dx by dx get cancelled, that is equal to 1 plus here also 2xy dy by dx plus y square dx get cancelled plus 3y square dy by dx, this is equal to 0. Now how many terms have dy by dx? Let us check. See, here it have dy by dx, here it has dy by dx, and here it has dy by dx. Take this term alone separately and take the remaining terms to the next side. Now keep alone this in one side, left hand side, dy by dx of first term I have x square plus second term I have 2xy of dy by dx plus third term I have 3y square. This is equal to, take this to next side, minus 3x square minus 2xy minus y square, or I can take this minus common out and I can make everything plus. Now this have minus sign here. Now I want the value of dy by dx, so dy by dx is equal to minus of 3x square plus 2xy plus y square divided by x square plus 2xy plus 3y square. This is the value of dy by dx. The next question is sin square x plus cos square y is equal to 1. Now find the differentiation d by dx of sin square x plus cos square y is equal to d by dx of 1. Now constant term that becomes 0 here, therefore right hand side becomes 0. Now this side alone we have to find, that is d by dx of sin square x plus d by dx of cos square y is equal to 0. Now this we have to find a differentiation, sin square x. Now let us assume that this is of the form x square. X square means what we will do? This is 2x, then x differentiation will be 1 here. Same procedure, sin square x. So this we have to write it as 2 sin x. Then differentiation of sin is cos x. In the place of x I have sin x. Here 2, here the same 2 is there. So 2 bring it to the front, x place sin x, x differentiation is 1, sin x differentiation is cos x. Now first one is that d by dx of sin square is 2 sin x, sin x differentiation is cos x, then x differentiation is dx by dx plus. Next one, same procedure here also, cos square y. This is of the format x square only, that is 2 cos y. Now cos y differentiation is minus sin y. Cos y we have differentiated as sin y. Now this y we have to differentiate it, that is dy by dx. This is equal to 0. Cos function we have to differentiate. The square function we have to differentiate. This y we have to differentiate. Now this is equal to 2 sin x cos x minus 2 sin y cos y dy by dx equal to 0. Now let us keep this side and let us take this to next side. So dy by dx, here this term minus 2 sin y cos y equal to, when goes to next side, this also will become minus 2 sin x cos x. Now this minus sign and this minus sign will get cancelled here. Now dy by dx is equal to 2 sin x cos x divided by 2 sin y cos y. Now we know that sin 2x is equal to 2 sin x cos x. Now let us apply this. This is equal to 2 sin x cos x is equal to sin 2x. Similarly 2 sin y cos y is equal to cos 2y. Therefore dy by dx is equal to sin 2x divided by cos 2y. The next question given here is y equal to tan inverse of 3x minus x cube divided by 1 minus 3x square. Now see that the x value should lies between minus 1 by root 3 to plus 1 by root 3. In between this only we have to have the x value here. Y is equal to tan inverse, that is inverse trigonometric function is given. Now for this we want to find the derivative. Now here what we are going to do here is, whatever the sum is given, we are going to make this sum as simple as possible, and after making the simplification we are going to find the derivative of this given function. For making this function as simple, we are going to give one substitution here. What is that substitution is, here if it is of simply tan inverse x means directly I will write the derivative for this function, but tan inverse of a big thing is given in the bracket. Now this thing I want to first simplify. For making this simplification, I am going to give the substitution for this x, that is substitute x is equal to tan theta. Why I have taken this x equal to tan theta means I know the formula tan 3 theta is equal to 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta divided by 1 minus 3 tan square theta. These formulas we have learned in the class 11. This format is there in this one. So if I have tan theta in the place of x means this full place I can replace by tan 3 theta. Then my tan theta and tan inverse theta will get cancelled. Then this will be easy to find the derivative. That's why we have taken the derivative substitution x equal to tan theta to find the derivative. Now let us substitute this tan theta here. Now this is equal to y equal to tan inverse 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta divided by 1 minus 3 tan square theta. Now we know that the entire value equal to tan theta. Now this is equal to tan inverse tan 3 theta. Now this tan inverse and tan theta will get cancelled. This is equal to 3 theta. Now y has turned to theta. but I don't know to differentiate with respect to theta. I know to differentiate with respect to x only. So this theta I want to replace with x. So how to replace here is x equal to tan theta, then theta is equal to tan, when goes next side it will become tan inverse x. Now I got my y in terms of x, that is y is equal to 3 tan inverse x. Now 3 is just a constant term. Tan inverse x I know the value, that is d by dx of tan inverse x equal to 1 by 1 plus x square. Now this thing I know. Now let us apply this here. Let us find the derivative. Dy by dx is equal to 3 into d by dx of tan inverse x. Now for this I know the value, that is 3 into 1 by 1 plus x square. Therefore dy by dx is equal to 3 by 1 plus x square is the derivative of the given function. Whatever it may be the sum, if it is of sine inverse and cos inverse, inside the bracket is there, we have to check that what substitution I can give there, so that my sum becomes simple and we can find the derivative. First we have to see that, and then only we have to proceed with the sum. The next question given here is y equal to sine inverse of 1 minus x square by 1 plus x square. Same format with the value lies between 0 and 1 they have said. We know for the sine inverse domain is minus 1 to 1, but it is restricted to 0 to 1 here. Now we have to check what substitution we have to give here, so that this will become simple. So here we know the formula, that 1 minus of tan square theta by 1 plus tan square theta is equal to cos 2 theta. That format here we have. So we have to take the substitution of x is equal to tan theta. X equal to tan theta means then theta equal to tan inverse of x. Now y is equal to sine inverse 1 minus tan square theta by 1 plus tan square theta. Now this is equal to sine inverse cos 2 theta. Now cos 2 theta we are replacing as sine inverse of sine 90 minus theta, that is pi by 2 minus 2 theta. Why we are doing this so means sine theta and this sine will get cancelled, so that my sum will become simple. Therefore y is equal to pi by 2 minus 2 theta. Now let us apply the derivative here. The theta is pi by 2 minus 2 tan inverse x. Here y we have. Now apply the differentiate with respect to x. Now dy by dx is equal to, this is the constant term, so dy by dx of pi by 2 minus 2 d by dx of tan inverse x. Now this value becomes 0, so dy by dx is equal to 0 minus 2. Tan inverse value is 1 by 1 plus x square. Therefore dy by dx is equal to minus 2 by 1 plus x square. Now the next question is y is equal to secant inverse 1 by 2x square minus 1. X value should lies between 0 less than x less than 1 by root 2. Here also let us make the simplification here. Now for that let us substitute that x is equal to cos theta. Now theta is equal to cos inverse of x. Now let us substitute it here. So y is equal to secant inverse 1 by 2 cos square theta minus 1. Now 2 cos square theta minus 1 is equal to cos 2 theta. Now when this goes to numerator, then this will become secant inverse of secant 2 theta. Now this secant theta and secant inverse will get cancelled, so this will become 2 theta. So now with respect to theta we cannot do the differentiation, so this theta has to change to x. Therefore y is equal to 2 cos inverse x. Now differentiate with respect to x here. So differentiate with respect to x. So dy by dx is equal to 2. Cos inverse of x we know it is minus 1 by root of 1 minus x square. Therefore dy by dx is equal to minus 2 by root of 1 minus x square.